When you drove down the interstate, you would see the big marquees next to hotels that said, "Come stay with us. We have hot tubs and free HBO." I mean, right? That's what hotel entertainments used to be like.
Imagine you walk into your hotel room and the TV already knows what you want to watch. Today on Inside Business with DIRECTV, we're joined by Kim Twiggs, who's helping to make that future a reality. From hotel rooms to senior centers, DIRECTV is rethinking the screen experience. Welcome, Kim. Glad to have you on.
Hi, John. Thanks so much for having me. This is great.
Before we get started, help us understand a little bit more about your role at DIRECTV and what's your experience in the industry.
So I am the Associate Vice President of our Lodging and Institutions business within DIRECTV for Business. I am responsible for the hotel side as well as the institution side. That includes senior living, hospitals, university dorm rooms, even prisons. We're responsible for over 120 resellers across the United States who install and sell DIRECTV, and also have a team that works directly with hotel and institutions customers.
Awesome. You've been with DIRECTV Hospitality for nearly 20 years. I'm sure you've seen the hotel experience for guests change dramatically and love to learn more about what that's looked like.
Oh my gosh, 20 years. I can't even identify with that number. 20 years ago, if you think about it, when you drove down the interstate, you would see the big marquees next to hotels that said, "Come stay with us. We have hot tubs and free HBO." I mean, right? That's what hotel entertainments used to be like.
It's definitely different now in a connected space. So what does that look like for a guest staying in a hotel today? What do they demand in 2025 that's changed over the years?
Yeah, I mean, look, if we go back to 20 years ago, that's when HD was just being born. In 2005 is when DIRECTV was just in the early stages of launching HD. In 2007 is when we announced that we would have 100 national channels in HD. It's been a really long journey. Streaming wasn't even a thing. HD was brand new. And so a whole lot has changed from a guest experience perspective, both in the home, but also in the hotel.
As you look at it today, thinking about the innovation that's gone on with TV sets, with hotels and lodging, providing a new experience, how have we kept pace with that innovation through the years?
It's definitely been an evolution. I mean, back in 2009 is when we first launched our COM series, our digital head end, and the COM technology has continued to evolve all of these years. We're now at the COM 3000, which is still one of the most efficient satellite entertainment delivery solutions in the market today. In 2011, we launched our very first in-room set-top box-based product with the DIRECTV residential experience, and that's been the fastest growing technology for many years. And then fast forward to launching Advanced Entertainment Platform in 2019, which is now our signature product. Guests have access to that live linear content, but they also have access to Netflix, Amazon Prime, even free ad-supported TV content. And so you have the best of both worlds, really addressing sort of the evolution of the technology and the journey that guests have been on from a content consumption perspective.
So is part of what your team doing focused on bringing that familiar at-home experience into the hotel room when you're on the road?
Guests want access to what they watch at home. And we saw that really accelerate during COVID. So it's hard to believe, but right now we're 5 years out from going through the pandemic, and COVID really accelerated at-home use of streaming services. So we've started to see this really fast acceleration of the preference for streaming, access to apps, device pairing, all of that in the hotel room to mirror their at-home experience.
As I understand it, you're not just doing that in the hotel, but you have other types of properties across the U.S. Can you give us a little bit more what that looks like?
Sure. So in the senior living space in particular, we've definitely seen our senior residents adopt technology at a faster rate than ever before. So seniors are interested in streaming services and consuming their content via streaming delivery. And so we're now able to offer independent living communities the opportunity to access DIRECTV streaming technology. So one of the things that we have is some reporting capability that shows us what the most watched channels are across DIRECTV subscribers in the lodging and institutions business. We're able to actually use real data to encourage hoteliers and senior living decision makers alike to move forward with the DIRECTV packages that offer those channels. The other thing that we do is a pretty significant amount of research. And we just finished up a big round of research to determine what guest preferences are in the hotel space so that we know that our product roadmap is on track and that we're able to talk to hoteliers about the best options that are available out there based on guest feedback.
How does it differ from what you've already conducted for guest preference surveys?
This year, we decided to take a little bit of a different approach. So we asked guests if they could build their ideal in-room TV package and rank the importance of different features, what would those features be? So behind fast, reliable Wi-Fi, which was the most important feature highlighted, the very next thing that guests are now asking for is access to their own streaming accounts. And so I think this was a really, really valuable exercise to determine exactly what it is that guest expectations are. And that can help us inform our hotel customers. And it also helps us inform our product roadmap to know that we're on the right track.
As you're digging into the research, is it validating or even challenging how DIRECTV Hospitality is thinking through it?
So I think a big surprise to us was that actually, aside from a clean and quiet room and a comfortable bed, the TV content and features that are in the room were at the top of the list as an important room attribute. So even higher than coffee maker or the quality of the desk or the workspace. In-room entertainment is a very high-ranking component of guest satisfaction. And so it was a pleasant surprise to us that that is still something that guests are really interested in and that they are evaluating every time they have a hotel stay. I think the fact that we've been on this journey with advanced entertainment platform and that we've been integrating streaming solutions shows that we've been headed in this direction. And I guess the good news is that the results of this survey validate that it's great news that AEP combines both live linear and streaming, because now with streaming sitting there at the top of the list, we've got a product in market that can meet that need.
Kim, I'd love to dive deeper on some of the demographics and maybe some insights gained. Are you looking at the impact on business travelers, leisure travelers, or is there something that is coming through that the preferences start to differ?
Yeah, so this was actually something really interesting. I'm glad you asked. We did a generational cut of the data. Our assumptions were that younger hotel guests were going to answer that they didn't really care about the in-room entertainment solution because we picture them only watching content on their phone or on their personal device. And what came through in the survey data is that the younger guests actually prioritize the hotel-provided in-room entertainment system even more than the older guests that were surveyed. And so I think this is a really good sign that younger hotel guests are engaging with the technology. Obviously, streaming is at the top of that list. I think that was just really validating to know that this product that we built and our product roadmap in this space is appealing to younger guests just as much as it is to older guests in hotels.
Can you walk through then as a younger guest, what's driving that behavior? And is there a role for customization to my experience?
Yeah, absolutely. So you're spot on. Younger guests consume an inordinate amount of content and through all of these different means, right? So they're consuming content all the time in traditional and non-traditional ways. So customization and personalization is of utmost importance to them. So the more that we're able to create a product experience for guests, and in particular, these younger guests, that's going to be of utmost importance moving forward. They want to be able to pick up right where they left off or have it be something that's relevant and applicable to them.
But if I'm a hotel, how should I think about applying the findings to help enhance my guest experience overall?
Yeah, I mean, so the most important thing here is that if you're a hotelier who doesn't currently have a solution installed that allows for guests to have access to their streaming accounts, the time is now. This is the number one most important feature of an in-room entertainment experience, second only to fast, reliable Wi-Fi. And so if a hotelier is out there listening, it's time to get a streaming solution into your hotel.
With so many platforms and devices, I imagine it's also easier for a hotel to try a do-it-yourself solution. So what role does DIRECTV Hospitality play in helping that hotel get connected?
Yeah, so I think leaning on DirecTV and its dealer partners for help in crafting the right solution for a property is absolutely the right way to go. Minimum expectations from a guest are that they need to have a nice TV in the room with good sound and picture quality, the ability to watch live local news and local weather, that the in-room system is easy to navigate and that it's responsive. Live TV is an expectation, but then, we're also committed to delivering this experience that has streaming and doing so at a minimal cost. We want to make sure that hoteliers don't feel overwhelmed. And so working with DirecTV and its dealers is a great way to figure out how to come up with the right solution at the right price.
When I'm traveling to a new city, I often want to know kind of what's around me, what's the weather. How is DirecTV helping to localize the experience for a traveler?
Yeah, this is a great question. And it's actually one of our most recent announcements, which is that we've added 2 new apps to the advanced entertainment platform, the Event Seeker and City Seeker apps available through W Cities. So you're able to go in through the advanced entertainment platform home screen and see what's going on in the city that you've just arrived in. So if there's local attractions, restaurant recommendations, things that you can do in town, you're able to see that through the City Seeker app. And then through a live updated Event Seeker app, you're able to see what concerts are in town, any games, anything that might be happening, and you'll be able to check all that out right there through your hotel TV.
That's awesome. So it goes beyond just your local weather and wear a coat or bring an umbrella, but it's actually kind of can't miss experiences for a guest who's on the road.
Right. And that actually saves a lot of work for the hotelier. So there's no need now for all of those brochures or documents in the room that you used to see in the old days. The guests can just turn on the TV and they can catch it all there while they're getting unpacked and planning their days.
Oh, that's fascinating. When you talk about 20 years ago and they used to slide a paper under your door telling you what the weather would be, now it's right on your screen when you turn it on or you come into the room.
That's exactly right. I think what it's demonstrating is that the TV is still the centerpiece of the hotel room, and it's actually still an incredible way to talk to guests. And so we're serving up exactly what it is that they're looking for from an entertainment perspective, but it's also a portal by which we're able to give guests all the information they need to help them during their stays.
So DirecTV has a 30-year legacy on satellite delivery. What role does satellite play with the L&I space today?
It's definitely still the most efficient way to deliver live linear content into the hotel space and into the institution space. But as more content migrates over to streaming platforms, we are able to ingest that and accommodate it as well. So one good example of this is Thursday Night Football moving over to Amazon Prime. Amazon is a great partner of DirecTV's, and we actually take that streaming feed and put it onto our satellite so that we're able to deliver Thursday Night Football content seamlessly into hotels and the L&I space with no buffering and ensure that that game is delivered in the highest, most consistent quality possible. And then, as you know, most hotels have a bar and or a restaurant in them. And so that's also a great way to make sure that we have all of the sports content delivered there into the hotel, whether it's coming in over a streaming service that's carried on our satellite system or it's carried on a satellite channel. The bar restaurant is also able to benefit from all of that content.
All right, Kim, as we wrap up, I'd love to hear your thoughts on what's next for lodging and institution. What do you see as the next frontier for hotel entertainment? Is it about technology integration, content personalization, or something entirely different?
Yeah, I think it's all of that. We have so much in development right now that's going to continue to transform this landscape for hoteliers and for guests, and the other segments that we talked about. We have a new partnership agreement in development that we'll be announcing soon, where we're going to take our advanced entertainment platform to the next level. We'll be having embedded casting, access to more apps in the App Store. So be on the lookout for that. There's a lot of great work going on in our engineering lab on AI and machine learning, where we're able to do things that maybe don't face the customer today, but have a big impact on the customer when it comes to improving quality of our audio and video, being able to test anomalies and issues and catch things before they become a service issue for the property. So a lot of really great things going on as well from an AI perspective.
Kim, you're looking to the future, and I'm looking forward to my next hotel stay with DIRECTV Hospitality on the screen. So thanks for joining us today on Inside Business with DIRECTV.
Thanks, Jon. This was so great. I really appreciate you having me on today.
Where can a hotel or institution go if they want to learn more about DIRECTV Hospitality?
Absolutely. You can visit us at directv.com/hotels, and we'll be seeing you on the road as well at shows like the Hospitality Show in October and others later this year.
And that's a wrap. Big thanks to Kim Twiggs for the great insights. If you enjoyed what you heard here, hit subscribe and share this episode with your friends and colleagues. We'd love to be a part of their day too. I'm your host, Jon Greer, and this has been Inside Business with DIRECTV.